Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the weeks of June 1st to the 15th, 2020. So let's go ahead and get started here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they give you some clarity. Also, if you guys want to book a reading, payments and orders are collected on Fridays. Make sure that you email me if you don't have the info. If you want to reach me by phone, separate process. Make sure you're subscribed so that you can get notifications when I'm taking phone calls. So let's go ahead and get started. We have the Eight of Cups as the central issue. Nine of Cups. Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. The Moon. Death. I'm sorry, why did I say that? Rebirth. 10 of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Alright, so looks like you guys are like maybe in the past you had to let go of something that you weren't ready to let go of, but it's like you had to. It also looks like you have been feeling alone, and sometimes I see mood swings. I see 1 minute you're okay, you're fine, you're content with being by yourself, you're at home, you're entertaining yourself and staying preoccupied, but then sometimes you just kind of maybe look over to the other side of the bed, or if you're sitting at the table eating dinner and it's just someone that's not there, I feel like it affects you. And so I feel like, you know, those are the times where you start to drift off and wonder, like, where, you know, is someone who I connect with? You know, something's missing. Even if you are connecting with other people, it's just been feeling like nobody gets you. Especially your humor. You might have like an unusual or sick sense of humor, and people just seem like they don't get you. And it looks like you were having some sort of thoughts or ideas. It looks like an idea got put into your head too. And maybe something didn't manifest from some sort of idea, somebody that you were thinking about. Maybe you were thinking that you were going to be able to move forward with someone. Some of you, I feel like you could have been trying to think of someone to attract them to you, and it seems like maybe it just didn't work. But I see a new opportunity coming towards you. But it looks like I feel like you're going to be triggered. So I feel like maybe there's an opportunity for you to flirt with someone, or someone's going to flirt with you. I see that it's going to bring up a lot of past emotions though. You may start to realize that you're still healing, or that you're still wounded, like you haven't fully healed some sort of wound. Maybe you've been suppressing it. And whoever this is, it kind of triggers that. Yeah, so I feel like something is being rehashed here with rebirth. Yeah, old feelings are going to resurface. So it could be if you're single and someone comes into your life, maybe it's someone from your past, and those old issues resurface. If it's a new person, something about them is going to remind you heavily about somebody that you deeply cared about in the past. And you might start fearing that the same outcome could happen. If you're in a relationship, you guys are really needing to discuss your feelings with each other. I feel like somebody's afraid to share something with their partner. It's like, how do I talk about this with them? And this, whatever it is, has been weighing heavily on you. You may be feeling like everything is on you. You have to do everything by yourself, or you're in a partnership alone. So yeah, I feel like something could be going on where you feel that your partner is not being helpful or supportive or understanding. There may be a connection, but no emotional connection. So maybe the relationship also could be very surface, and you're like, I want something more than that. I need something deeper. And somebody is thinking about packing up their bags and just leaving. I also feel like somebody is a single parent. Someone got left with a baby, or ever since the baby came, they've been feeling alone from their partner, or no attention from the partner. There's something, I feel like there's a lot of things for you to think about, or there's a need for you to view things from a different perspective. So you're starting to see things, or starting to see people for who they really are. Those of you that are single, I feel like you're really starting to have anxiety about it though. It's like you're wondering if your true love is going to find you, or if you're going to find them. Some of you are worried about babies, or having children because you're getting older. I do feel like for the most part, there's someone from your past that you probably need to maybe forgive, even if not directly to them, like forgive whatever they did to you, because something's going on the inside, I feel, emotionally, and it keeps coming back up. I feel like you keep getting haunted by your past. Let me see something here. I also feel like someone doesn't want responsibility, or is afraid of responsibility, doesn't want to grow up. If there's someone that does want to approach you, I feel like they're going through some sort of sadness or depression, and they need the courage to just say how they feel about you. I feel like there is a blockage. Something's blocking you. All right, so rebirth so far being clarified by the 5 of Swords. I feel like there keeps being communication issues, or the two of you keep becoming guarded with each other, and then getting standoffish and talking indirectly instead of directly to each other. That's a problem I feel that keeps resurfacing. And I feel that there's someone around you that you keep thinking about. It's really like you guys are both thinking about each other, but you keep facing the same issues when it comes to communication. I'm even getting like a suffering in silence type energy. I can also see that Spirit has been trying to get somebody's attention. Like, pay attention, look at this, recognize this, that, or the other. And you might be fighting with your spirit. Like, leave me alone, Spirit. Like, I'm trying to move on. And Spirit is like, but you haven't faced this yet, or you haven't dealt with this yet. So you can't move on until you deal with this. So yeah, I feel like some of you are stuck. Stuck in an emotional state with someone because you haven't had an opportunity to have closure or communicate properly with someone. Yeah, you're trying to move on, but you can't. I feel like every time you start to move on, something happens that reminds you of the past, reminds you of the person that you're trying to walk away from. And it's just like, who am I kidding? I feel like you keep trying to fool yourself and tell yourself that you moved on or that you're over someone, but you haven't. And see, there's the Five of Pentacles. So someone is suffering in silence. Someone had an opportunity to reconcile and probably passed it up, or was too busy or too focused on themselves to acknowledge that maybe someone was apologizing or trying to get their attention. And I saw, so far we do have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo. But I also was getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius as well. So I feel that if you've been feeling left out in the cold, or like you missed an opportunity to connect with someone, I feel like it's going to come again. You're going to get another chance. I do feel like someone needs to speak up. Someone needs to have confidence to talk about the things that they're feeling emotionally. And then I got the sun and moon out now too. So someone around you is definitely a soulmate. Someone is, I feel like you feel like a sense of inner child from this person, or they bring out your inner child. They're very comfortable to talk to. And I feel like there's someone around you that brings the best out of you. This person is coming into your life, if they're not already in it. They're coming into your life to help you deal with any type of past life traumas or early life traumas that you may have gone through. Because it's like they can understand. They're the person that can help lift you up or help get you out of this. Something about your personalities are just a good mesh for that. But there's communication issues, and then both parties end up feeling rejected or unloved by the other one, and that's not really the case. It's just there's a problem of communication. And I also feel that some of you that are coupled may not be on the same page when it comes to having children. Something's going on with that. I feel like one person wants a child, the other one doesn't. I feel like even if you're single, that's something that you're thinking about. You're like, where's my child? When is this baby? When is this spirit child gonna come through? Now, for some of you, it's a possibility, or that also could be part of the purpose of an upcoming relationship, especially if you've been wanting a child, and you're still able to have a child. Is very much so that's part of the purpose, that this person is coming to give you that child. Yeah, I feel like someone is just like, please pay attention to me, or please talk to me. I feel like there is going to be a conversation, but then there's it's like having a wait and see when the next conversation will be. Somebody might be waiting for you to reach out to them first. You could be waiting for them to reach out to you. And that's another problem. But either way, like I said, those are communication issues. You first. No, you first. And then someone probably posts something and it's like, I hope they see it. I hope they see it. And it's like they do see it, but it's a matter, like, are they going to say something? Are they going to reach out? Someone might be picking apart something that you posted, trying to understand, was that for me? Was that message for me? I think it was for me. Or, you know, you might be doing that, they might be doing that, but either way, I see maybe someone looking really deeply into a message that they saw. Now, I also feel like some of you are, excuse me, checking your transits, trying to find out, is now a good time? Is there a transit that's creating an opportunity for love for me? And I do feel like for some of you, there's a transit coming. I know you've heard me talk about those marriage or meeting transits, MEETING, meeting transits. Because there are opportunities where the planets align, they're in a harmonious alignment for you to come into contact with someone. And that's what you're waiting for. So I do feel like with the Queen of Cups, you're going to hear from someone. You also may have been dreaming about someone. Someone will eventually come around to expressing how they feel for you. And the things, if you're in a relationship, the things that you guys have been struggling to talk about, you guys will have an opportunity to discuss that. I can see, though, that you are unaware that you've been on a journey. Some of you have, anyway. Maybe some of you are like, especially those of you that are single, are like, man, you know, this has been a long journey. I've been single for so long. I thought I learned everything I needed to learn. The cards indicate that, no, you're still learning. There are still things that you're needing to deal with, especially with the moon coming out. This definitely says you have not healed. And then it's not really so much saying that you can't have love until you've healed, but maybe there are still things that you need to acknowledge about yourself. Maybe you've had too much pride to see, or you're too blind to see something that you've been ignoring within yourself, and it just keeps being brought to the surface, and you're like, okay, well, what do you want me to know, or what is it that I'm supposed to understand? And I tell this to my clients all the time. Unfortunately, you really don't quite understand what it is that you're missing until the lesson is over. It's like right now you're in the middle of it. You're in the eye of the storm, and you might be aware that you're alone and learning things, are on a journey, but it's like, but what is the lesson though? It's like you really don't find out that lesson until it's truly ended, and then you can look back and say, now I understand why I had to do this alone, or now I understand why this, that, and the other happened. I'm trying to think if I can give like a very quick example. Let's say you were in a relationship, a good relationship, but you broke up with them and you couldn't figure out why. And then you were alone, but one day you started writing about it, and you wrote the greatest novel ever, sold it, became a millionaire, whatever. And then you find love again. It's like when you look back, you're like, had I never broke up with them, I wouldn't have wrote that $1 million novel, and you know, I wouldn't have been in this position. I probably would have been still living with them someplace humbly, you know, and that's okay if you're living hum, but you know, I'm just trying to give like a brief example. So anyway, hope you guys resonate with the messages. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.